Welcome back, mobile gamers. It's NIMBLETHOR here, and it's that time of the year again. It's time for Game of the Year and Top List videos. And for me, it's time to look back at the best free-to-play mobile games of 2018. Because mobile gaming and the developers that make the games we all love to play honestly deserve more than a single award at the Game Awards. So that's what we'll be doing today in the first ever NIMBLETHOR Mobile Games of the Year award video. Last year, I made a video talking about the 10 games I had the most fun with in 2017, but it was impossibly difficult to look at all mobile games as a single category, so therefore, this year, I've decided to follow a more typical award style by first nominating 3 to 5 mobile games I really enjoyed this year in each of 10 different categories, and then picking a winner, all of course based purely on my subjective opinion and experience from when I played these games. It's important to understand that my intention isn't to cover every single game genre out there, as that would simply be too much, and I'll only be covering games that I have actually played myself. But apart from that, the only other rule is of course that the games have to have been released this year. And by the way, before we get to the categories, if you enjoy these videos and you want to support my quest of finding the very best mobile games by documenting playing a new one every day and sharing that experience right here with you on YouTube, then please consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and share this video with your friends. It's greatly appreciated. And with that said, let's get to the award show. And the first category is Best Single-Player Role-Playing Game. And for this category, I have chosen to nominate Heretic Gods, Honkai Impact 3rd, Man or Vampire, Vampire Falls Origins, and Grand Chase. And the winner I picked is Vampire Falls Origins. And I picked this one because of its interesting character progression, the many quests, and overall high gameplay difficulty. The art style is old school, and it's certainly not on par with many of the other nominated games, but that does not matter as long as the gameplay is solid, and it certainly is in Vampire Falls Origins. A great game for any RPG fan out there. The next award goes to the Best MMORPG or MOBA game on mobile. And for this award, I've chosen to nominate Onmyoji Arena, which is a MOBA game, Sword Art Online Integral Factor, Survival Heroes, Maple Story Mobile, Oldschool Runescape, and Brawl Stars. And the winner is Oldschool Runescape. Because honestly guys, no other mobile game has more content than Oldschool Runescape, and the game is not only fair in its monetization, but it also has a huge player base, and the game runs well on a broad sleeve of devices on both mobile and PC, making it a great game to play with all of your friends. Now the next category is a bit smaller, and it's the Best Platformer or Sidescroller Mobile Game. And for this category, I've chosen to nominate Lost Socks Naughty Brothers, Soul Chase, and Super Cat Tales 2. And the winner I picked was Lost Socks Naughty Brothers, and I chose this game as the winner because of its great visual art style, its simple controls that reminded me a bit of Rayman Jungle Run, its great humor, high difficulty level, awesome slow motion explosions, and just overall insane weapons. What's not to like, really? And next up is the Best Mobile Shooter Game, and for this one I've chosen to nominate PUBG Mobile, Battlelands Royale, Armed Heist, Battle of Titans, and Full Metal Jackpot. And the winner is Battlelands Royale. And this might not be the most popular choice, but there has been a surprisingly small number of the typical first-person shooters released this year. And when I think back, Battlelands Royale has been one of the few games that I kept coming back to because it's fast to get into, the matches only take a few minutes, it has a very large player base, and it can run on any potato of a smartphone. All of which are qualities that make it a great shooter game to play alone or with friends. And that's why I think it deserves the Best Mobile Shooter Game 2018 award. The next award goes to the Best Sports or Racing Game on mobile. And for this award, I've chosen to nominate Golf Battle, Fishing Strike, F1 Mobile Racing, and Paco Forever. And the winner is Golf Battle. And I went with Golf Battle as the winner of this category because it offered me the most intense, high-stake, and fun gameplay experience of all of the other games. In addition to that, the game was probably also the biggest positive surprise for me this year because I don't typically like golf games. But with its fair monetization, fast matchmaking, and constant new updates, Golf Battle was after all a pretty easy pick for this category. So now it's time to move on to the Best Casual or Puzzle Game. And for this category, I've chosen The Fisher Cat, Unpuzzle, and Hexa. And the winner is Hexa. And I picked Hexa because it's a puzzle game that is simple enough for everyone to understand and get into. It has 500 levels, and it's relaxing to play with no clock or the like demanding you to be fast, and it only takes up 64 MB of space. For these reasons, Hexa has been the best casual puzzle game I have played this year. We're already over halfway through now, but at the end of the video, of course, we will look at the best overall mobile game. But first, the Best Multiplayer Experience Award. And for this award, I've chosen to nominate Maple Story Mobile, PUBG Mobile, Battlelands Royale, Golf Battle, and Survival Heroes. And the winner is PUBG Mobile, which is very closely followed up by the Battlelands Royale game, which is the best casual Battle Royale game I've played, and Golf Battle for being the most intense multiplayer game experience. I ultimately did go with PUBG Mobile though as the best multiplayer experience of the year because of its fast matchmaking, friend system that makes it very easy to play with your friends, and great performance mixed with the intense Battle Royale gameplay that has taken the mobile game world by storm in 2018. So now let's switch gear a bit and talk about the best overall art direction. For this award, I've chosen to nominate Alto's Odyssey, Hungry Dragon, Lost Socks Naughty Brothers, and Battle of Titans. And the winner I picked is Battle of Titans, because this game, like no other, has high quality models of not only the mechs we control, but also the battlefield we play on. This does of course also mean that it is a very demanding game for your phone, but regardless of that, it wins the best art direction because of the massive amount of high quality details they've been able to show on the screen at the same time, and especially their snow map impressed me a lot and was ultimately one of the reasons why I picked this one as the winner. So now it's time for one of my favorite categories of them all, the best indie mobile game of 2018. And the nominated games are Retro Highway, Major Mayhem 2, Grand Mountain Adventure, Trigger Heroes, Ava Airborne, and Soul Chase. And the winner is Major Mayhem 2. Having been developed by only 2 people over the course of 2 years, this certainly qualifies as an indie game. And the game looks great, its side-scrolling shooting gameplay mechanics are fun, the controls are a perfect fit for mobile, and each level feels truly handcrafted to perfection. While I enjoyed all of the above indie games, there's no doubt that Major Mayhem 2 stands out as the best of them all. And finally, for the really big one, Game of the Year. And for this category, I have chosen to exclude any port from PC or console such as PUBG Mobile, and therefore I am left with Vampire's Fall Origins, Golf Battle, and Survival Heroes. And the winner of the Game of the Year 2018 award is Survival Heroes. And honestly guys, I gotta admit, I still cannot come to terms with the fact that I've just picked a SNAIL Games USA game as a winner of one of these categories. But I have to stay true to what I believe gave me the overall best gameplay experience this year. And Survival Heroes wins that category for me because of its perfect blend of fantasy, which I love, RPG elements, which I also love, MOBA elements, which is a genre I've really enjoyed as well, with Battle Royale's intense gameplay. Honestly, that's why I find this game to be the mobile game of the year. But with that said, playing any of the above mentioned games should give you guys a great gameplay experience, depending on which genre you like yourself, of course. And remember that my picks really just reflect my own opinion. You might like different games, and that's perfectly fine too. Luckily, there's plenty of games for everyone. Lastly, there are 3 games that I really enjoyed this year, but who did not fit into any specific category, and these are what I've chosen to call worthy mentions. And so my worthy mentions of 2018 are Reverse Quest 2, which I excluded from the above categories because it only has a free trial with the full game then unlocked through an in-game purchase. It's definitely worth the price though. And number 2 is Amello, which is a digital board game for which I couldn't really find a great category, and it's one of the more polished and interesting games of the year, so you should definitely check that one out as well. And then lastly, we've got Knights of Fury, which wasn't included because it has not fully released yet, despite it being one of the games I've played the most this year. With that said, which game would you have nominated or awarded in these categories, and which mobile game are you most excited for 2019? Let's discuss and share that in the comments. And for now, thank you for sticking around till the end of this video. It's been a pleasure making content for you guys in 2018 so far, and I cannot wait for 2019. So till next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around.